Okay, so we'll start with the prior engine start checklist because the crew at stations to check all the switches in the right position. We're going to skip that because you want to get into the air, I guess. So the A10 is a pretty complex beast. Has a lot of stuff that needs to be started to be combat ready. And as you can see, I equipped this mission with a little weapon loadout so we can see what how she reacts to having stuff on the stores and all these things. So we start with the battery switch to power. It is on your right hand side, approximately where your knee is. And it is in it's a panel of 6 switches, and of these 6 it is the bottom right one. She has a tendency to pull to the side when taxiing, and that is due to the nose wheel not mounted on the center line of the aircraft, because it can't be mounted like that
because of the gun.
Freaking huge. Yeah, the gun is in the way. Oh, you took off.
A little rough, but I got my alignment got jacked up because I pressed the pedal in and I went the opposite direction that I was supposed to go. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, but nice stable climb out, that's fine. But you can see she's a lot less powerful than the fighters. Well, if you look at the bullets that get loaded into this thing, each bullet, including the casing, is a little bit larger than a beer bottle.
I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Miller time.
She fires some, I don't know, some crazy something between 4,000 and 6,000 of them a minute.
Just sorry. Every time I see that, I want to laugh. Not soy. I'm sorry. I'm just like, damn straight today 10's not soy. There's no soy today 10.
No, that thing's not soy at all. It's more like bloody beef, rare.
Exactly.
I'm gonna overtake you, and you just keep following me from that point forward.
Fine. We're not gonna go bomb the Hoover Dam, are we?
Ah, no. Not yet. Then, lower your gear. Gear will be massive amount of drag, so your nose goes down. And you can see with the gear deployed, on the left-hand side, the indexer lights left of the HUD come alive.
Mm-hmm.
And it will currently say point up. So the lower light with this A without the crossbar pointing up, which means lift your nose, increase your angle of AOA, your angle of attack. If I need to increase my angle of attack but still want to maintain level flight, I need to slow down my plane. So let's try that. So slow down the plane and keep the flight path vector on the horizon, straight and level. You'll see at some point the AOA will be in acceptable range. At first you will see the donut in the middle light up on the left hand side, and then once it's just the donut, push the throttle back a little bit to maintain that. So in this half flap setting and gear down, this should be approximately 140 to 143 knots. Should be on speed. And this is what Lex meant when we were doing the traffic pattern, the carrier, when he said on speed. Okay, I'm gonna do a left-hand turn here, maintaining my altitude. I have to add a little bit of power when you're going into the turn. You can see the 5-degree dashed line coming forward on the runway, ever so slowly. And once you have your 3 degrees point,
altitude,
the imaginary one, on the runway where you want it, you just put the flight path vector on there Slow down until you reach your own speed, and then you try to maintain that speed by adding a little bit of power back. And then, shortly before you touch down, throttle idle, slide flare, touch her down nice and gently, deploy speed brakes, roll out. No wheel brakes yet required.
I don't have the speed brakes mapped though, so I don't know how to.
Okay, I don't know either. You're not. The wheel brakes will do fine, because if you use them on the keyboard or a button, you're gonna deploy symmetrically. It's harder to do on the rudder pedals.
Yeah.
Don't forget, once your speed goes approximately to 70, to engage your nose wheel steering again, otherwise you won't have control, and your nose wheel steering will give you a light notch to the
that's
side.
better.
Yeah, technically you would need 6 hats to replicate the full setup, but 2 of them are not that important.
Oh, figure it out one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Yeah, just look at the pictures in the HOTAS reference or in the Chuck's guide, and it will tell you, give you a visual reference of how the real aircraft throttle and HOTAS stuff looks like, where which button is, and try to replicate it reasonably close with your system, because the ergonomics in this aircraft make a lot of sense. I'll come out and play as well. You can still use your pedals to run around. If you push your stick forward, you can actually walk.
Really? Oh my goodness, the airport's on fire. Is that you?
I admit that I may or may not have bombed the shit out of some ground equipment, just for shits and giggles.
Well, the important thing is that you didn't bomb the shit out of me.
You're on the CDU screen.
No, I'm in the standby. TGB standby, not soy.
TGB standby. That's yeah. So on the top of that screen, push AG.
Oh, whoa! There it is. Okay, now the flare came up.
There you go. Okay, and now you can move your analog hat on your left index finger to move around the cursor.
Oh wow! So I'm moving the camera.
Yeah, you can move the camera, make it automatically gimbaled. You can track. You can laser designate stuff.
Is this underneath the belly of the plane?
No, it is mounted to your right-hand wing. So on the middle pylon, there's this gray little thing between the sidewinders.
Oh, I see
and the
this turning.
And it's really turning.
Oh my gosh!
You can really go to the level of detail when, for example, you fly at night.
Yeah.
You use your night vision goggles. You can really see the beam of an IR pointer being emitted from this thing.
Oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool!
Press your coolie hat switch left and hold it for 2 seconds or 1 second, and you will see the greenish frame will go to the map on the left, and you will have not soy on the right screen because you have moved the focus away from it.
That's okay.
And all the things you do now, for example, with China hat forward and aft,
I gotcha, will
start to affect the left screen instead of the right.
Alright, so... Okay, now I'm moving the little target. I see.
So that is the whole concept of being soy or not. If you move your coolie hat switch up, the soy will go to your HUD, as is indicated on the left-hand stack of information. There will be a little asterisk showing up. Okay, so let's do a nice long approach and landing.
Oh shit! That was rude.
Yeah, I'm very bad behaved sometimes.
Oh shit!
You okay?
Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to Tokyo drift at 810, but I just did it.
Yeah, you can do that. It's not supposed to happen, but it can.
Is this plane too wide to park underneath one of those berths?
No, I think it should work fine.
Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? I clip off my wings, the bombs explode, everyone in the area dies.
Oh, you could try to eject from underneath these huts and kill yourself in the process.
No.
I never tried that. If you can clip through the roof.
I guess gonna find out. We'll stop. Yeah, it does fit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if my ground crew will even do a repair. I'm just curious. Alright, so we're about to see the magic. 10 seconds. Watch my plane either see what happens here.
Yeah, it will stand straight again.
Whoa, whoa,
Hey,
shit!
what are you doing?
That shouldn't be happening.
Okay,
You got a VTOL upgrade, I see?
okay, well, I don't know how I take off from here.
Well, be a man and just taxi down from the roof.
Okay. I gotta turn my engines on, though. Hold on a second.
Yeah, just start your engines.
Hey, master caution, you think, you bastard. I don't even care if all the lights. You know I'm gonna die the second I roll forward in this thing.
Doesn't matter. Capture it. For science.
Leave it to me, so.
Yeah, I'm quite amazed how you manage to get yourself into situations like that.
Lightning knows all about that. Every game, I find a way to fall through, clip through, or.
Have you somehow, I don't know, done something really bad in a previous life or something?
They see me rolling, the hating.
There you go. Well, we have to probably work a little bit on your short field takeoff technique there.